I am so sick of islands in video games. Ever since Animal Crossing New Horizons blew up with an amazing game on a deserted island, all of a sudden, there's a bunch of cozy games that also have an island. Coral Island, island. Disney Dreamlight Valley, floating islands. Dinkum, large island but still island. Critter Cove, Chia, Dave the Diver, Summer and Mara. Star Sand Island, island's literally in the name, but this one feels like less of an island ironically. Petite Island, Petite Planet. Technically we have our own planets, but our towns are an island. Alba, we're taking pictures on island. Moonstone Island. Mario Kart World is an island. Fantasy Life I, Donkey Kong Bonanza. There are so many islands, and I'm sure I've missed some. These are just the ones I remember off the top of my head, and after asking a couple people. There are a lot of islands. I am over farming, fishing, decorating, and designing islands. It's just overdone at this point. Everyone needs to move on to something other than an island. Are devs just using the island setting because Animal Crossing did it and they all think it's the way to make a good game? Like how everyone reused that world view cinematic from the opening of Breath of the Wild, or how every farming game started off with a broken, overgrown, rundown farm like Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon. Is this just a trend because it's easier to get inspiration or copy something that's already successful? Or do these trends make creating a story and developing a game more convenient? Or have islands just always been a thing and I'm now just realizing that everything is an island because Animal Crossing was on an island? It makes sense just to surround some land in water. It's kind of like the perfect natural barrier to show a player that this is the edge of your map. I mean, there's plenty of other ways to do it too, but I do get why the idea of an island became a common feature. Now you can say it's open world and then surrounded by water, and well, the world is open still, but it's limited. But this doesn't mean that I have to still enjoy it all the time as a player. It just makes all the games feel the same. We're decorating, we're farming, we're fishing, we're creating an island, and I've been doing this for 6 years in New Horizons. I don't want to do it anymore. Maybe it's not just the island that's the problem, maybe it's also the lack of unique features between all these games. I did a video about how cozy games suck, and especially now with all these companies realizing that cozy gamers just have a ton of money, I don't really know if the cozy genre has really gotten any better. There are some hidden gems, don't get me wrong. There really aren't that many games that stick out from each other because of the island thing, but also because they just tend to be the same game. Almost none of these island games do something incredibly different from another. Am I sick of an island, or am I sick of playing the same game over and over again? One game that is different, which is on an island, Tomodachi Life. Everything is so different, so whimsy, so unhinged. I'm completely distracted from the boring island aspect to the point where I forgot to include it in the list of island games earlier when writing the script, even though I have the game currently loaded up on the other screen, right now as we speak. There are so many other terrain options than just an island. You can have the desert, the forest, hills, plateaus, jungles, mountains, volcanoes, something other than a tropical island. For me, it's played out, and I am sick of it. The next Animal Crossing better not be on an island. And if it is, Nintendo, and you happen to be listening to this because I know you watched one video at one point, change it. Just do it. You have time. We all know a new game isn't coming out anytime soon. Lately, it's rare to find a game doing something different, no matter the genre. Whether it's an MMO, an RPG, roguelike, Metroidvania, cozy game, farm sim, FPS, they're all the same. Gaming has been a popular hobby for a long time. I'm sure it's getting hard for devs to think of something to do when most of what you can think of has already been done. Can you right now think of any new revolutionary mechanic that cozy games can add? Because I can't. There are smaller mechanics that I think would make games like Animal Crossing more enjoyable, but I can't come up with any feature that would really shake up the life sim genre. Everything's been done. I'm sure there's some very creative people that could think of something different, but it's definitely way easier to gain inspiration from your favorite games that already exist, instead of trying to think of new things to do and then hope that it works out. We've even seen this with these cozy games that are like play as you work, where they just take up like a few inches of the bottom of your screen and you can farm while also, doing your homework or whatever. Or the co-working games that have built-in to-do lists and timers and character customization. I feel like one game does it and then like 6 others come out with their own version, which is fine. I'm not upset with games getting inspiration from other games, but at some point you gotta do something new. How many of these at the bottom of my screen games can I fit on my screen? Maybe I just have a whole screen of on my screen games. I can just sit back and let these idle games idle themselves. I hope there are some devs that find their groove and give us something good. I'm sick of playing the same game all the time. I'm sick of chilling on an island, except I would love to chill on an island in real life. I want some new scenery in my video games. Though I'm not upset about the amount of fishing that these island games have. For some reason, never sick of fishing, and if you're surrounded by water, well, you gotta include fishing in your game. Are you sick of islands? Or maybe another mechanic in these games? Do you have any amazing out-of-the-box revolutionary ideas that game devs can steal to make a cool game? I mean, don't put it in the comments if you don't want anyone to steal your idea. But if you don't care and you don't have the means to make a game and you just want someone to make a cool game about whatever you come up with, let me know down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye!